Hit it again, bitch.
Again. All right, so here we go, man. Part 2. We're back.
We're back.
We're going to go right into the segment that everybody loves. Come on, find your place. Find your zen. Oh, crack zone. Crack zone, baby. So we're right back into it. And John, he talked about listening to last week's episode. He actually went backwards, and he was like, did I miss something? Or, so we kind of did a little different this week, so hopefully it'll work out. So give us feedback on it.
Yeah.
So how we're doing it now. So Crack Zone. John, since he is the guest, he brought the Crack Zone. And John, thank you.
Yep, we appreciate it, man.
Thank you. Anytime we can get free beer, we're not going to turn it down.
Hell no.
But yeah, man, talk up the brewery, everything, you run the beach shop. So talk about that.
But I've told you that at our beach shop we sell craft beer. That's one of our things.
He's a bartender.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Trust me, knew nothing about craft beer when we bought the store, so I had to really take an education in craft beer. So I really have learned to love it over the last 4 years. But Oyster City is our local brewery. It's in Apalachicola. So everybody drinks it down there. 2 guys started it, and it has taken off. I mean, everybody that comes into the beach shop, we're going to get the Oyster City. So it is just a great beer. This is their flagship beer. It's their Mill Pond Dirty Blonde. I take it to the beach, man. This is just a great beer to have on the beach as long as it's cold.
It's one of them ones, and this is something you'll see when you listen to the show.
Right.
A lot of times, Justin, he kills me. That's his judge.
It's his rating.
So we'll see if it meets the Justin standard. But again, we want to talk about the tie-in with also I think Oyster City and Catawba Brewery here local,
which is awesome.
They have a partnership,
right? So
and you talked about you could get a white zombie.
Yep, you can go into Oyster City Brewery now down in Apalachicola, and they'll draw you one on draft.
And Catawba Brewery's been on this show several times.
A couple times, yeah, definitely.
So hey, man, shout out to them as well. So, all right, cool. Anything else? We ready? Everybody ready to crack? What about Silent Manager? Ready?
3, 2, 1. Oh, man, solid cracks, boys.
Sniff.
Yeah, I think I was late.
Never late.
Hey, late crack's always a good crack.
Sniff taste.
Sniff taste.
Remember that. We'll never live that down.
You're done with that.
That was me.
Yeah, that was you.
That was like Pinocchio.
Yeah.
By the way, did you know Pocono is Pinocchio?
I remember that.
Ooh. And we talked about this is a blonde ale, correct? Dirty. This is Mill Pond Dirty.
You know what? I love some dirty blondes.
That's what I was told my hair color was when I was growing up, dirty blonde. So you said it was white. It's white now.
That's pretty good.
Okay, and I love the standard that he talks about, which is what John alluded to. So I'm interested to hear about that.
I like the rating.
So John gonna go last since
he's got to.
All right. So who's going first?
Silent Manager, as always.
Has this guy done his thing yet? Do you have any beer left?
Oh, he's got his own. He's got his own. Hey, check out what he's got. I want you to talk about it. I want you to talk about it.
Oh yeah, Ted guy, you gotta talk about that. All right, cool. Okay.
Nice. I liked it.
Because she used to kill him. She would be like, we thought she was flipping him off.
And most of the time she was.
She's got numbers.
I mean, I don't know what this rating is.
I know it ain't good. That's all I know.
All right, so Silent Manager with a solid 3.25. Is that correct?
3.25.
Okay, cool. All right, here we go. This guy. Mysterious.
You good there,
Silent Mysterious.
What's
wrong?
wrong?
Well, get into the mic over there.
Underwater.
You said what?
We're sounding underwater.
We're sounding underwater.
Oh, we're not sounding good.
No.
Uh-oh, hold on.
Okay.
We're good now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, for those of you who thought we were underwater, we're back.
We were in the crack zone.
I guess we were SpongeBob. We were Bikini Bottom.
Are you Patrick? That's Beavis and Butthead. Okay.
Way off, Doug.
All right, so what we got?
All right, tech guy, hit it. And I want you to talk about what you got your beer in there, buddy.
Man.
Oh, so what it's in is a Frost Buddy.
which is what?
It's a koozie for many different sizes.
Yeah, and I see those all the time on social media.
They're pretty badass.
Pretty good.
It's kind of like the things the ones that are so expensive, the Yetis.
Yeah, like the Yetis, yeah.
Yeah, this is like probably go fit different types of cans.
And
And bottles.
I do like the design it has on it.
Yeah,
It's pretty
pretty
cool.
cool.
Makes me
Pretty
feel like I'm in Hawaii.
So Tech Guy's got his own beer this week.
Good for him.
I know Justin's happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your numbers, big guy?
I'm gonna go for 3 3/4.
3.75.
I got it. Give me a second there. Jesus, damn, let me compute it for a minute.
Hey, let me
I
tell you
had
something. When we were in school, John, fractions used to kill me. Me and my mom had some knockdown dragouts at homework about fractions.
Y'all saw the smoke starting to come out a little bit.
Yeah,
But damn, once it got heavy.
I was like, wait, you said something. I don't think
yeah. All right, Justin, go ahead.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah, I'll go after you, then Dougie will go.
I mean, Justin always, I love his, his I guess where he compares it.
We haven't heard cat food yet, so this is starting off pretty good.
Did you remember cat food? Do you remember that one?
No, this
But it was spot on.
It was.
this is definitely not.
So I don't know how much cat food he's eating.
I keep smelling it. I can't put my finger on what it smells like, but
It's not like a strong aroma.
no, but I feel like it's got a smell to it.
Yeah, it
I just
does.
can't put my finger on it. I mean, I like this beer. It's really good. I mean, 5.5. Drink a couple of these, you're feeling good. Like you said on the beach, this would be a pretty
Jesus, Tech Guy.
Whoa.
Holy
Somebody
hell.
gave birth.
good. God almighty.
Tech Guy likes it, apparently.
Apparently.
Damn. Yeah, I could probably drink 3 or 4 of these. Easy.
So, Justin, if we're on the beach chilling or playing cornhole, you could drink a few of these.
3 or 4 is probably my max. Then I'm gonna have to go because otherwise I'd probably be laying out on the beach.
Maybe go domestic, Bud Light.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you for the long haul.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm down with it.
I give this a 3.5.
3.5?
Yeah.
Very nice. I'm kind of with Justin there. It's kind of spot on 3.5. I'm a lush, if you ever heard that. So I'll just keep drinking these all day. I could drink these all day. Honestly. The taste, it's got a little bit of a wang at the end, but it
Not
could be because
bad.
I was drinking Bud Light before this.
But it's not
So
bad.
that's my thing, is it could be that. If I start with it, I might not have tasted that. But yeah, 3.5 is perfect.
Yeah.
I can drink these all day.
Again, I'm going to say me and Steven are, it's weird. Me and Steven are pretty close on things. I agree with you. It's got a little bit of that wang at the end.
Right.
It's not Bud Light thing. I'm drinking Ultras. I know what you're talking about.
Right. It's not.
So
it's not bad,
but it's not bad.
It's just a little bit.
It's not bad.
Something at the very end.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, man. I mean, I could probably drink these all day.
No.
I mean, I'll probably be laid out like Justin said. But yeah, this is I say it's a hot weather beer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Definitely
It's
drink
not,
this one.
It's not heavy at
Not
all.
heavy.
My question is, he said it's got to be cold.
Right.
So
So if it gets
when
warm.
it gets warm,
Yeah.
how is it?
Do you know?
I won't drink it then.
Okay, all right. So,
It's got to be cold.
so there's a reason it
So-
says keep on ice.
Right.
Yeah. So see, a Bud Light, if it gets a little warm, I
Yeah.
can still drink it.
Right.
I'm
right.
not a warm beer guy.
I'm not
if
either.
If it gets warm, I'm cracking open another one that's cold.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad you guys brought this up real quick, because I'm going to just say that. Say your rating real quick.
Oh, real quick. I always like to mess with Steven on the ratings.
3.68.
I'm getting.
69.
I would do 3.69.
Nice.
Nice, but we won't do that. I'm going to go 3.75.
3.75. Good one too. Yep.
This is a pretty good one.
So real quick, my uncle, he drank Budweiser till the day he died.
Hot.
He drank it hot, and I asked him one day, I said, "Why do you drink the Budweiser hot, Uncle Joe?" He said, "Better buzz." And I said, "I'll take your word on it."
Yeah, because I don't like hot beer either.
Yeah. Especially Budweiser.
You know, my wife did an intern and went to London one time, and you know they tend to drink their beer room temperature. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, when I went with the Panthers trip, man, mine had to be cold.
Yeah.
But damn, room temperature, man. Whew.
This is him sitting on the front porch at 98 degree weather.
Yeah, it's 98 degrees.
With a case of Budweiser.
The humidity's
I'm drinking
100.
it. Don't give a shit. He's
Yeah,
drinking it.
mosquitoes are biting,
Better buzz, Steven. I said, yeah, okay.
and he's drinking Budweiser.
Yeah.
John. Budweiser, not Bud Light. Budweiser.
But heavy. All right, John, what you rating there,
So,
buddy?
John, it's your
I'm
beer,
with-
Big Daddy.
Yeah, I'm with you, Doug. I'm at a 3.75.
3.75.
So I'd say this got a solid rating.
Oh, yeah.
Rarely does it get cold on the beach, so it's usually an empty can before I'm,
And you
warm. So I'm on to the
and you
next
know
cold
what?
one.
He's making a good point too, because these come in the 12-ounce cans.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, pretty cool. Fits this Island Dog koozie
Nice.
Beautifully.
And I want to say, and Steven always talked about
and
this
actually
Island Dog.
actually matches mine.
We always talked about the little pocket, dude.
That's
I don't know if that was
badass.
your idea, but I mean, that is so cool.
That's
man.
a badass.
What is it actually for?
I don't know.
Driver's license.
Well, you're gonna bend it around the can.
So me,
When I have to admit, I asked my wife this. Said Sherry. I said, "What are you going to use this for?" And she said, "Well, you could put your if you're carrying it in your back pocket, you could put your debit card or your credit card in it."
If
I said, "But you're
without
gonna
a
have
beer,
to take it out."
without a beer.
But she said, "Well, you're going to take it out
Yeah.
and give it to the bartender to whatever."
Okay.
I'm like, "Whatever." I don't.
So
buy
is
this
it just
story.
decorative?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, for us vapors, it works perfect for our vape. Yeah.
Okay, well there you go.
So hey, vapors, get you an Island Dog koozie.
Yeah.
It fits your vape. You can
So-
smoke and vape at the same time.
So I do remember John said that these are like the upscale koozies in your shop.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're just cool. They're burlap.
They're just different. You look
Yeah.
at these and you go, "Damn, that's cool."
Right.
And then you get it and you go, "What the hell's the pocket for?" Right?
I guess if you want to throw some cash in there, possibly.
Now that's true.
Cash.
But I
yeah,
don't.
good.
I don't.
They're
I
very
don't carry
good.
cash anymore. So
What is cash?
I mean, I just don't.
Yeah.
But these are badass.
Yep.
Because we really like these. So thank you again.
Yep.
You're welcome.
But yeah, Crack Zone. Hey, good choice, John.
It was, and that was a 3.58.
That's pretty good.
It's good. So that was a great beer.
That's pretty solid.
I just added 6 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we were only off. I think maybe Teresa. I think it was 3.25. Yeah, I know. 3.25. But we were off like 0.50. I think overall as a group.
That was the lowest rating was 3.25.
Yeah. So
Pretty sure. Tech out, what was yours again? 3.75?
Yep.
Yeah.
so not bad. Pretty good beer. So thank you, sir.
I enjoy this one a lot on the beach.
I will say this. John did bring some extras
I wanted to share the wealth because they do have more than one beer.
that we
Right.
appreciate,
Oh, hell yeah.
which may surface on the Crack Zone in the future.
For sure.
And you'll get a total shout out as always. So we appreciate you, man.
yes, sir.
Thank you.
I do like to share the wealth.
So you wanted to something we talked about that got omitted earlier. Stephen brought up some things he wanted to just ask you real quick.
Oh, yeah.
NASCAR related.
Yeah, NASCAR related. Before we hit that ending crack zone, hey, guys, crack with us. Crack responsibly. We want to see your best cracks you got, too. Like, hey, if you're at the beach and you want to crack one, hey, send us that crack.
Show us your crack.
Show us your crack. But crack with us and give us suggestions for Crack Zone.
Can you do me a favor if you show me your crack? Clean it up.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a dirty crack. It's fine.
I like dirty crack.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
This one is dirty pond.
Yeah, right. That way it actually fits in. But yeah, crack with us, guys. Get us suggestions too. Suggestions. But 2 things I wanted to ask you. Did you see that they were in Wilkesboro again
Yes.
for the first time in forever?
Yes.
Have you been there?
Ryan, yes, I've been in.
See, I was going to say, I thought you said
that
you'd
was
been.
one of the,
That was a
the
huge
races we
one.
constantly
Classic
went to.
track.
So one of the best races I went to there
Oh, yeah.
is when Dale Earnhardt and Ricky Rudd last lap wreck each other.
Who
I
took-
think
who
Jeff
took who
Bodine
out?
went on to win on the
Who
race.
took who out?
So the best part was their walk of shame down the front stretch in front of the fans. Getting the beer cans thrown at them.
Chicken
that was
wings.
just classic.
Yeah.
Now, so a question for you guys, because you guys are obviously the elder statesmen of
Yeah,
the group.
yeah.
Was Wilkesboro part of the Cup Series? Is
Yes.
it like
Yes.
it was a
Oh,
Cup
yeah.
Series
Oh,
race?
Two
yeah.
races there every
Oh,
year.
yeah.
And so they had 2 races there and 2 races in Charlotte too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
2 races at Rockingham.
Yeah.
yeah.
Rockingham, the Rock, man.
That was a great track.
Great track. And
But-
Darlington.
Darlington, yeah.
Now, Darlington's one of the ones I've been to. I love Darlington.
Darlington's great.
I've heard good things about
How they
Darlington.
hug the wall. It's just crazy.
And Doug and I talk about it. I mean, we're old school NASCAR guys, and as it grew, the venues were just not big enough,
Yeah.
and the money was there. So
I mean, NASCAR went corporate.
yes,
It's all about, what do we talk about on this show?
All about them.
It's all about the Benjamins, man.
so you lost North Wilkesboro, you lost the Rockinghams.
Yeah.
And they wanted to expand. I mean, they wanted to go. You picked up a Kansas Speedway, you got Nashville. You know, they
Kentucky,
wanted to go.
Kentucky's-
Texas
Yeah,
got a racetrack.
Kentucky's got a track now.
Right. I mean,
Right.
they wanted to spread out across the country and
Yep.
not make it just a Southern sport.
Right.
And that's
now,
what they did. And,
now where you have like 8 racetracks in
Sure.
North and South Carolina,
right.
kind of thing.
Where
'Cause
North
it
Carolina's
was-
the hub.
yeah.
I mean, everybody knows that.
Yeah. I mean, I think they went out to California once during the year,
Mhm. They went to Riverside.
Riverside,
Yeah.
and then it was switched over to Sonoma.
So, in your guys' opinion, you think Cup Series goes back to Wilkesboro ever?
I don't think
I
it's
think
a
it's
big
too
enough-
small.
Yeah,
I think it's too
not a-
small.
still, it's not a big
At this
enough
point
venue.
in time, it's too small of a venue.
I could see the Xfinity Series, maybe,
Well-
or the Truck Series going there.
And that's one of the things that we talked about, John, as CSR. We'd love to go up there.
Oh yeah, I mean hell.
And you know, Junior was there.
It's a fun track.
Yeah.
It really is. It kind of goes downhill and then uphill. The track is just kind of like this.
Well, it's like on a mountain. Isn't that like kind of a
Yeah.
mountain? So
Yeah.
okay, cool.
It's kind of like you know, we've talked about Richmond this week.
Yeah,
I've never been to Richmond, but my brother's been, and he said he loved Richmond.
right.
Just loved it.
You pass North Wilkesboro Speedway on your way to Boone.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're going to an Appalachian football game,
Yeah, check it out.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
All
I'm,
football game, excuse me.
I'm glad you brought up Rockingham, though. It was a shame that
Yeah.
Rockingham was taken off.
Well, you know, it's like I remember going to, you know, Boone one time and passing North Wilkesboro
Mm-hmm.
Speedway, and it was just, you know, grown up grass. It just was like
It's sad.
abandoned.
It was sad.
Well,
And it was just like, God, I love this speedway. I loved going and watching the short track racing.
yeah.
You know, and it did pave the way for bigger venues, bigger tracks. But, you know, where I love the super speedways and I love big tracks,
Yeah.
man, there's nothing like going to a short
It
track
is, man.
race.
It's cool.
right.
You know, and there is, because there is so much rubbing, banging. It is.
It's
you know,
racing.
Yes.
It's racing.
Rubbing racing, man.
So that's
yeah.
funny
Cool.
that you bring that up too about seeing Wilkesboro when you're or the racetrack when you're going up to Boone and stuff, because Justin's family lives up in the mountains, and anytime when Justin lived up there, I'd go visit him.
Cool.
I'd pass that racetrack.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
like, damn man, it's like I remember hearing stories about this from my dad
So
and my
cool,
mom
man.
and
So
stuff
cool.
like that, and then passing it and seeing how it was. I'm
Yeah.
like, it'd be so cool to bring it back. I'm just so glad they brought
I
it
mean,
back.
I really do want that. That's the one thing we talked about on here, John, is you know, going to a race, even if it's not small track, just going to Charlotte.
yeah.
You know, we had talked about, you and I've talked about the 600 is so long.
It is.
You can go. We used to go to the All-Star race as an alternative, and now they've moved that, which is
Right.
crazy. I personally think the All-Star race should stay here, but you know, that's because of where I'm at. But I would love this group to go to a race.
I agree.
So we will definitely talk about doing that. So
Yep. And then real quick, I had this question in my back pocket. Do you think Earnhardt Sr. could survive and not survive, but succeed as much as flourish. That's a good word. Flourish in this day and age of racing. With how strict they are
And
with
you know, you're talking about
his
his
style,
prime.
His style
of racing.
do you think it would flourish? Or do you think he'd be too much and penalized for it?
We're not saying that he wouldn't be successful, but with what Steven just said,
I
would
think
he
as
be?
good a driver as he was?
Yeah.
He could tame it down. He could tone it down if he needed to. But I think he could flourish in any kind of racing.
Right, and
I think he's just that good a driver.
I agree with John.
Yeah.
I think he was that good. But back in those days,
Robin was racing.
yeah, it was.
I mean-
but nowadays it's frowned upon.
Right.
Like me and Justin, we were bringing up Chastain.
Yeah.
You know, Chastain is kind of getting compared to Earnhardt a little bit. Not the mystique, not all that. This driving style.
Okay, you know, we're talking about two totally different
Oh,
people.
sure,
You're talking
sure.
about Ross Chastain. Ooh, I'm sorry I hit you. And Irvine
Yeah.
was like, I meant to hit you.
Yeah, he meant to hit you.
Oh, he's giving the finger as you pass him by.
But the point is that Chastain's he's kind of getting that reputation.
Right.
Now
You don't see it a lot.
Yeah,
a lot
is
now.
he-
not now, no.
Is he the driver Senior was? No, that's not. We're not comparing that. We just Steven's question is, would Earnhardt feel some wrath, I guess, from NASCAR
Yes.
because of the way the rules are now?
Because they got a little more strict. They have kinda
that's the question.
coming down more on the aggressive driving for racer safety.
Sure.
I mean, there's no fault to what they're doing.
Yeah.
But would he still flourish, or could, like you said, tame it back?
I think
and still
I agree
still
with
do
John.
as good.
I think
as was.
he could if he had to.
Because
Yeah,
you
I think it was his choice. I mean, I think he was just the way he was because of a choice. I mean, so he could make a choice to tone it down. I think if he wanted to.
I agree.
okay.
You know,
I agree.
If NASCAR told him he had to, I think he probably.
Stephen,
would.
he was that good of a driver. I agree with John. I think he could.
Well, see, and that's why I asked y'all this because you watched him live in his prime.
He was the
doing
best
what he's
driver on
doing.
the track.
Right.
There's only one other driver I've ever watched that I thought had the same talent he has, and he just wasn't around long enough to show it, and that was Tim Richmond.
Tim Richmond. Oh,
Oh,
totally.
Tim Richmond
totally.
could do stuff in a race
know
car
he
I'd
is.
never seen before.
Tim Richmond.
He was amazing.
It almost goes back if you guys and Justin, I'm not picking on Justin, but if you watch Days of Thunder and it's a cheesy movie, it is. He'll tell you that. But that character was based kind of on Tim Richmond.
Right.
Tom Cruise.
I mean, it was. Just balls to the wall. He just did stuff in a race car that you couldn't think a person could do.
Right.
I saw Tim Richmond rub the wall coming off turn 4 in Charlotte and win the pole.
Oh yeah,
I mean, the guy was incredible.
he had a lot of talent. I mean, just
Right.
driving.
I
talent.
don't think, and you know how I'm a senior fan.
Oh sure.
I don't think he has 7 championships if Tim Richmond was around for any
wow.
length of time.
You know what?
So what? So quick question, 'cause I have no idea who
I can see
Richmond is.
that. I can see that.
I don't know who Tim Richmond is. So what happened to him? Did he end up passing
All right,
away?
so he did.
or-
He did, and it's controversial.
He died of AIDS.
Tim Richmond was he was a pretty boy. He was a playboy.
Yeah.
John, am I wrong?
Yeah.
He was a ladies' man.
Okay.
And unfortunately, when HIV and AIDS was I guess a big thing, they didn't know a lot about it. He passed away basically of that disease.
Gotcha.
And it was
NASCAR kept it quiet for a long
They
time.
did, they did.
They said he's out because he's sick. I mean, they would never say it, but then the rumors started flying around.
but the
And then it
rumors-
came out.
which is the stigma of that disease back in the day was
Yes.
alternative lifestyle.
Right.
His was completely opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was ladies' man.
Yeah.
I mean, he was. And it's funny you asked that question. That's exactly really what happened.
Okay.
He unfortunately contracted that illness and passed away. Hell of a talent though, John. Good bring up. I love that.
Yeah.
I have to look him up because
Yeah.
I never even heard.
I truly
never
believe
even heard of him.
Earnhardt would not have 7 championships. If he'd probably taken a couple of those.
He might have
back
took a
from him.
couple of those.
Yeah, because he was that good of a driver.
I have to look him up then.
But there's a lot of people, John's right. To basically sum it up, I mean, Earnhardt was that good of a driver.
Right.
I mean, he was, guys. And that's why when his untimely death happened, it was such a, oh my God. Even if you didn't like Earnhardt, you were like, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was almost like, if Jordan or LeBron passed away or what, it was that huge.
Right.
NASCAR was kind of like, we don't know what to do.
Oh my
It would have been like if Richard Petty had died in the
absolutely.
70s.
I mean,
Richard Petty had been killed on the track in the
NASCAR
70s.
was like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened to this guy.
Well, I remember I was in my bedroom. My mom burst in like Earnhardt wrecked and he's really hurt. And I'm like, okay. Like I'm like 6 years old. I was like, I have no idea. Like okay. Like I knew my mom loved Earnhardt.
John,
And she's in the living room like bawling her eyes out. I
mean, I don't want to get.
she was crying.
Well, I mean, you don't want to get too crazy with it, but you always think about where you were when you hear things. And I was watching the race, and I'll never forget when they showed the ambulance, John, and it was going slow. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget. I said to my wife, I said, "That's not good."
I think I knew it when Ken Schrader ran up to the car, and he is just frantically waving for the.
Who, by the way, was a
the crew
very
to get
good
over
friend
there.
of Dale Earnhardt Jr. or senior. He was one of his best friends.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing after that wreck was the people that were so down on Sterling Marlin.
Yeah, and
Sterling, he was an accident.
Sterling didn't do nothing wrong.
He was getting death threats.
Even Junior stood up for him.
Oh yeah,
no.
And then fortunately, Michael Waltrip wins the race in Senior's car.
Yeah.
And
Junior finishes second.
And you can see they basically tell him in victory lane, it ain't good. Schrader comes up.
Right.
It's crazy. Matter of fact, ESPN's got I think a 30-30.
I'm sure they've got it.
And you should watch it. Seriously, you should go watch it. So Stephen, good questions for an Earnhardt fan.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's just an untimely loss for NASCAR, but they've recovered. I mean, they have.
Oh yeah.
So, but
I don't think the one thing lacking in NASCAR now that Earnhardt had and so many drivers back then, there are no great rivalries.
The rivalries.
Yeah.
In racing. I mean, because Earnhardt had got about everybody.
Yeah, I think he had a rival with everybody.
But it was like that would sell the tickets for the next week if two guys got together the week before.
Well, it's because, especially right now, everybody's so young, they're all like best friends now.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's not going to be any kind of, like, the big thing right now is Chastain and Hamlin.
Yep.
That's the big rivalry right now, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It's not.
But it's really not.
That's the closest thing you got.
It is.
You've got a veteran driver that's jumping on a younger driver saying you got to learn some stuff.
Yeah, you can't drive.
You can't drive like that on this track.
But you're right.
But that's the closest thing we got right now.
But
I mean,
you're right.
is there anything closer than
you're right.
Chastain and Hamlin?
I would have thought there would have been some kind of rival with Kyle Busch because Kyle wins and he rubs people the wrong way.
God,
Well, they had a rivalry with Junior there for
Just a little
remember he
while.
wrecked him at Richmond?
Yeah, a little while.
They had to get security to help him get out of the speedway.
Sure.
Junior even said that.
Yeah.
Kyle Busch is going to need security to get out of the speedway.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, it's like a week-to-week rivalry.
Yeah.
You don't have, like, seasonal rivalries that
Yeah.
some of these drivers had back in the golden days.
You know, the thing that was funny about with Earnhardt, though, is even with the rivalries, they respected him.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, they just
You had to.
That's Earnhart.
Right.
So, but nah, man. Stephen talked about this, man. It was just questions that now that we have you on, we don't do it. We try to. We've gotten a little bit on NASCAR.
We've gotten better.
I think we've gotten really better.
A lot better, yeah.
But having someone on, like when Sarah was on,
Yeah.
and I know Sarah's going to love this episode.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to love this. So
It's like we talked. I mean, you guys, you're Panther fans.
yeah, man.
Extreme.
Oh yeah.
I'm a NASCAR
Probably
fan.
too much.
I'm a car guy. I mean, that's where I grew up. My dad
Yeah.
dirt track race. I've spent my days growing up at Starlight Speedway in Monroe
Right.
and Lancaster Speedway and Metrolina Speedway. That's where I grew up.
Right.
I spent some many Friday and Saturday nights at Metrolina.
So, I mean, that's, you know me. I mean, I'm a car guy.
But we appreciate it, man.
And there's nothing wrong. And when NASCAR is hitting really good, is right there when Panthers are off.
Yeah.
So it works perfect for the podcast.
Yeah. So
And thankfully, Sarah got me back into NASCAR, and I love it. It's a good time.
yep. So cool.
All right.
If you haven't
Thank you,
been
John.
to a race out there, go to a race. It's a whole different
It
experience.
is. It's different, man. I don't want to watch people driving left. That's why we joke about the road courses. We're gonna turn right this week.
Yeah.
So
Making a quick right.
all right. So get off my lawn.
I've got one get on my lawn.
I've got a off. I've kind of got two, but I'm gonna leave one alone. I got one off. Justin,
I got an off.
John.
I would have an off if you let me.
It depends on what. No political stuff.
No, it's not political.
Okay,
You
cool.
know, it happened on the drive up here, a 10-hour drive.
So do you want to go first?
I can.
Go, man.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm gonna, say truck drivers, we appreciate you.
Oh,
Okay,
here we go.
Any truck
You
drivers
deliver,
that
you
are
deliver.
hold on, I got to do a disclaimer. Any truck drivers that listen to this podcast, this is not necessarily a reflection of you.
So it's funny. Kyle's a truck driver.
we appreciate that you bring our stuff to the stores that we buy,
Take it away, John.
but on a 2-lane split highway, and it's 70 miles an hour is the speed limit. Don't drive next to each other at 55.
So they're parading, and you can't get by.
They're buddy driving.
Hey, John, I had this on
Buddy
Get Off My
driving,
Lawn,
yep.
dude. I hate
God.
a parade. Left lane cruisers piss me off.
Yep.
We ran into that several times coming up here on 85. And it was just, it slowed us down so much. And you're looking behind you, and the line of traffic behind you is just piling up.
It's bumper
It's
to
a
bumper.
parade,
It's
dude.
bumper to bumper.
It's a
yep.
parade. Look behind
Yeah,
us. Hey,
and-
look at that.
When they're doing that for 10 minutes and finally one of them speeds up a little bit to get in front of the other, then it's just like, God, get out of the way.
So Justin and Steven, do you
That's
know who
the
the
only
two guys in the truck are? One of them's Beavis and one of them's Butthead. And they're going, watch it. Look at those ass whites behind us. Yeah. Check them out. Yeah.
That was pretty good, dude.
I would like to assume they're not doing this on
They are.
purpose.
They're on the
but
CB, dude. They're going, look at this dumbass behind us.
Yeah, you might not be wrong.
But I'll tell you, I have to drive back Wednesday. For truck drivers out there, please let me buy on Wednesday, please.
We would not say what you drive and what color it is and everything, so you don't.
Hey, John, do us a favor. Go on Instagram live and say, look, I'm behind these two guys. We'll post it.
Yeah.
So, is that it?
That was the only one I had.
I do agree with you though.
No, I agree with you.
I appreciate truck drivers all day.
Sure,
But when you buddy drive next to each other, please
come on,
just
man.
one speed up so you can get in front of the other.
Come on, guys.
I haven't had time to cool down yet. It was Sunday when I drove up here yesterday, so
That's a good one though. It's a good one.
Hey, have another Oyster City, and you'll be okay. All right, so Justin's got one.
He's got an off too.
I got to hear this.
Oh, it's my turn.
No wait. You have an off?
I've got one off.
I want to save his off for last.
Okay, cool.
Because it's very rare. Because I have it on, so
I have
want
an off.
his to be. He's ready.
So do you want to do on or off?
No, I want you to go
Okay,
off. I
all
want his off to be last.
All right, so my off's going to be. It's probably going to piss some people off, and I'm not trying to do that. It's just John. It's the old school guys that we are. These two guys are half our age, and they probably might not see this as an issue, which I get it. Sign of the times. We talked about how things change.
Right.
We're millennials.
Yeah.
No, I mean I don't mean it.
No,
that
I'm
way.
just
It's
joking.
just how things. It's just how things change.
I'm just fucking with you.
I just don't understand it, and I know it's probably a cultural thing, and I get it. I just don't understand it.
TikTok.
Nope.
You just dance. That's all you gotta do.
Baseball players who wear these gaudy ass chains and necklaces while playing.
All right, so
you talking about Acuna, bro?
Yeah, all right.
Oh yeah, he's one of them.
Hold back. That was a stab. That was a stab for Acuna.
No, it's not Acuna.
Yeah.
It's really not aimed at Acuna. It's
you talking
aimed.
about?
It's aimed at. And look over there. Did I ever mention his name? Never mentioned his name. I was watching, and we'll talk about it in Major League Baseball this weekend. I was watching my Cardinals
Right.
whoop up on some Yankee ass, which we'll talk about later.
Which I like, honestly.
I talked about it with even my pitchers.
Yeah.
Did I not? I said, I don't understand why these players think they have to wear these gaudy ass gold expensive chains while they're playing. What in the fuck do you think you are? Some kind of rapper where you got to have your damn gold chains hanging out?
God damn.
I think you look stupid. I think you look dumb.
Damn, Doug
I
never
don't understand it. And then I use the example. Matt Carpenter comes up, former Cardinal, wearing a Yankee uniform. He has a chain on, and it's tucked in his jersey inside his shirt. He's not drawing all that damn attention to himself with all his fucking wealth. And I'm sorry, it pisses me off. You look like an idiot. I'm sorry, you look like an idiot.
Jesus.
I don't like it. I think you look, and y'all brought up Acuna. I didn't bring him up. But he's one of them.
No, I know.
I don't like it. I don't understand why you do it. I think it's it's a cool thing to do. One person did it, so hey, I got to do it. So I got to look cool.
All right. So
there it is. Sorry for the F-bombs.
I will talk to you about that. I do feel like it is a generational thing.
What did I say?
I do feel like it is. Because I have a problem with it. I feel like if you want to go up there, as long as you're batting good,
I don't like it.
Screw it.
Yeah.
As a
care.
hardcore baseball fan that played baseball, and I was a baseball guy.
But what does that have to do with anything?
I don't like it because personally, I just don't.
So do you want like the socks up to the knees and the stuff curled up?
I mean that's changed too. I mean, you can wear whatever. That's fine. Why do you have to have the gaudy jewelry hanging out?
I mean, I don't feel like there's a problem as long as it's just playing good.
Again, it's two different opinions.
And I agree with you on that.
I think you look stupid.
Well,
sorry.
I mean, I feel like if you have just clean cut, I mean, I feel like that's kind of stupid too.
That's traditional.
I feel like that's
what I like.
Boring.
Well, maybe it is, but
I mean, it's bringing more flair to a boring sport. A lot of people find boring, so you're bringing flair to a boring sport.
I don't like it.
It's like the Yankees. Like you go to the Yankees,
they have their facial policy, which I noted this weekend. I like it. I respect it. You know why? Because it's tradition. And I'm sick and tired of traditions getting frowned upon and changed all the time just because you don't agree with it.
Well, we're in a new era, though, Doug. Like,
what does that mean? We got to change. We just got to take all traditions and throw them out.
So no tattoos.
Nobody's going to keep watching baseball if it just stays bland.
Well, do you think they're going to watch it just because you're wearing a gold chain and wearing hair on your face?
No, but if you don't change the game, then you're not going to progress. Like it's like NASCAR. NASCAR 2 years ago was a dead sport. It was dead. They had to make changes. They made changes.
And now we've complained about the changes they made just a few seconds ago on this podcast.
Well, yeah. No, I'm talking about like with the cars and everything like that.
So you don't like tattoos?
I like tattoos.
So what's the issue?
I didn't talk about tattoos. I
But
talked about
that's
gold chains.
It's still an appearance thing.
Yeah.
So they should cover up their tattoos.
I didn't say that.
I'm making the argument about the tattoos.
that I respected the Yankees' facial hair policy. I didn't say I agreed with it. I respect the fact that they stayed with it.
You want tradition to be tradition. Tattoos should be gone. There wasn't tattoos back
I didn't say that. I said I respected the Yankees' tradition to stay with their hair policy.
Okay. So
I didn't say it was wrong to go away from it. I said I respected the fact that they stayed with it.
I'm just saying.
Because nowadays, you can't stay with anything that's a tradition. You got to change. Everything's bad.
Right.
Everything that was in the past, we got to change that.
Okay.
Speaking as an older guy, traditional guy, that's my take. I didn't say it was wrong. I said I don't like it.
Okay. That's fair.
That's it.
That's
I don't
fair.
like it. And my guy, Pujols, I love Pujols. He's up there wearing his chains too. I don't like it. I just don't. It's just my opinion.
I guess it's a generational thing.
Bingo. And I said that before I even opened my mouth.
That's fine.
I mean, we already know you don't like the basketball players wearing
the shoes, the different color shoes. I think I don't like it.
Do you have a problem in football too?
I don't like it in football either.
When they wear
different cleats.
If it's for a cause, like we talked about breast cancer, that kind of thing, yeah.
Well, I mean,
But just in general, no, I don't like it.
Okay.
And again, I apologize for the F-bombs. I don't like it. I just don't like it. Because to me, this will sum it up, and I'll hush. To me, it's about the team. It ain't about the individual. I feel like when you're doing that kind of stuff, you're drawing attention to yourself versus the team. Look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm a team guy.
Okay.
But everybody's supposed to look the same. Everybody's supposed to wear the same socks. Everybody's supposed to wear the same color shoes. That's how I was raised. That's the generation that I played in. When I coached fast pitch softball, all my girls, they looked the same. We wore the same shoes. Color. We wore the same socks.
Right.
We didn't do that. It was uniform. It was a team concept. And that, to me, also projected on the field in the way we looked.
Was it Dion that said, when you look good, you play good?
And that's fine.
Yeah.
But who's to say you don't look good that way?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, as a player, it might give you the extra, like, damn, I look good. Like the Panthers going out in all blacks.
Well, maybe it does.
If they go out there feeling good, like, damn, I look good right now.
Maybe it does. I just think
a superstition.
I just feel like the team needs to look more like a team versus an individual. That's just me.
Okay.
That's it. And I know individuality has been pushed nowadays. I get that. I get it. I just prefer the team concept. That's me.
John, what do you think?
I have to agree with Doug. I think so many things are about the individual now.
Yep.
We've gotten away from the team concept.
That's just my opinion.
I have to agree with him.
Okay.
So I'm not as passionate as he is about it.
Pisses me off,
I'm not going to throw the F-bombs around.
I mean, it just makes me mad, man, because and I should have said that from the get-go. It's more about, I don't need the look at me. I need, let's just win the game and play as a team. And I feel like the ones that do all that, it's more look at me. That's my opinion.
Okay.
That's where I have to agree with him.
And I could have summed it up. And again, I apologize for the F-bomb.
That's fair.
Because it's never about one person on the field.
And again, you three Braves fans, it ain't solely on a Coon. I didn't even bring. But I didn't. I didn't even bring his name up.
That's the only guy we know that wears chains. Though.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get to they all do it.
But as for me, I feel like if I look good, if I was a receiver in football,
okay,
on a professional team,
okay,
I walk out there and my gear looking good, black visor, I'm feeling badass,
which is cool.
I'm gonna go out there and fucking ball out.
Okay,
like if I go out there, 2 buttons unbuttoned and as a baseball player, like Padres first baseman does,
okay,
with his chest hair popping out.
Okay,
it makes him feel good. It makes him
cool.
It makes him feel like a big boss. Like
right.
Like go out there and do your thing. And I feel like that. And I'm not like, I like traditional. I love baseball, Doug. You know I love fucking
I'm a baseball guy.
So like,
I guess I'm a baseball purist.
Like
maybe that's more what I'm trying to say.
Like the person on second base for overtime or for extra innings. I hate it.
I hate it to the international rule.
Because they're trying to speed up the game.
And guess what? They did away with that.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. I guess it's our generation.
Yeah.
If you feel good, you play good. I mean.
And I said that before I even opened my mouth. It was generational. Did I not say that? Give me some credit.
Yeah, no, you did.
We never disputed that.
Real quickly, you're going to hate next year because they're going to put the pitch clock in.
Did they already?
No, it's done in the minor leagues.
Oh,
It'll
the
be in the
minors.
majors this next year.
Well, I know they banned the shift in the minor leagues, didn't
Yep, and that's coming too.
they? Yeah.
I don't mind the shift thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the shift.
Yeah.
I'm like I said, I'm a purist. Other thing, real quickly, talking about the pitch clock. Do you guys feel that if there's going to be a pitch clock, should there be a batter clock?
I think that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that could be another podcast.
I feel like that's fair.
So,
Yeah.
so again, I apologize for my passion, but it is generational, and I get it.
Go for it, Doug.
I get it.
Right.
Balls out.
That's it.
Well,
Done.
just look at it as a team picture. I mean, you got a team picture, everybody wearing the same uniform. Do you want a couple of guys with their buttons down and chest hair hanging out in the picture?
I like the chest hair example.
You
That's
know,
pretty good.
or three guys wearing chains in the picture. I mean, it's a team picture. It's supposed to be about the team. I have to agree with Doug.
That's
on
it,
that.
man. That's it. It's generational.
But
man.
that's not what people want nowadays.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So again, it's
generational thing.
just generational. It's a difference of opinion.
Right.
It is. That's it. I apologize for my passion.
No, get your
We
passion
love
out there,
it.
Doug.
We love
We
it.
love it.
You don't get passionate very often.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm done.
I haven't heard you say the F bomb.
Dude, you were going in.
I was
there for a
mad,
minute.
man, because
John,
I was backing up.
John, back us up here, dude. I said,
Yeah.
hey,
Jesus.
this one's been bottled up a little bit. So I'm
Silent
sorry.
manager's over there like,
Hey, I'm
Whoa,
sorry.
whoa, whoa.
Actually, Silent Manager calmed me down. So.
I was like,
I appreciate it.
I was like, whoa.
But it's just one of them ones that's been bottled up, and
Yeah.
it kind of came out this
I
weekend.
feel you.
And again, it was watching my team.
Right, I
So
feel you.
There you go. So go ahead.
Well, he's really about to piss you off here. Go ahead.
yeah, don't worry. I'm about to drop a couple F bombs right here.
Well, what the freak are you going to say?
What the freak?
This might be a three-parter.
This might be a three-parter.
This might be a three-parter episode.
Where are we at? 41?
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
and
Go.
we're still on Get Off My Lawn,
We'll go. We're cool.
Well, I mean, I've already hit on it a little bit.
go ahead.
which
but
is fine. I like a three-parter.
I just want to say, fuck NASCAR. All right?
He kind of hit it earlier.
No. Now listen, we watched the first damn hour and a half of this race, right? Everybody's running good. Hell, you had damn Reddick up at what, second?
Oh, he was racing good until he blew his cylinder.
Yeah. So Steven starts taking a nap. Midway through his nap, Sarah's like, Reddick just had something, his cylinder.
Yeah,
Blew or
his,
whatever.
his engine blew.
So Steven's dude's out. I take a nap.
So I keep
wake
napping.
up. Right after my perfectly rested nap, I wake up and here's freaking Blaney up on Truex. And who's leading me in points? Who's right in front of me in points? Fucking Blaney. Like how perfectly scripted was this shit?
I knew that was coming, man. I
Like-
was waiting on the scripted comment.
Scripted.
And Harvick was supposed to win because that's his track, and he won. Is that what you're going for that too?
No, I don't care that Harvick won.
I'm just saying.
He cares about the Blaney thing.
Yeah, I
mean,
get it.
I think that's the biggest thing. He didn't care who won.
I get it.
As
I
long
mean,
as Blaney wasn't in
but
front of him.
you see what I'm saying?
Now the Michigan and Ford thing winning there, that's kind of sus. Like
yeah.
how does what a track is better used for Fords?
Yeah. It is what it is.
what's
It's always
going on
been a
there?
Ford track.
Yeah, Ford has always
It's just
traditionally
always-
done better there.
It's
for
just
some
always
reason.
been a Ford
But,
I don't know
but
why.
how? Yeah,
I don't know why.
Well, for whatever reason.
Because it's Michigan.
Yeah, I mean, for whatever reason.
like
Detroit.
Which Steven has said.
Ford.
Yeah.
all I gotta say is NASCAR, fix your shit, get your points back to where it was. If the race car drivers are freaking racing the way that they should be racing, maybe they're not winning races, but they're doing damn good. They're there. Like they should be in the damn playoffs.
Yeah, I agree.
Not some dude that's been sitting back at 32 and all of a sudden some dude wrecks and he's in first and I want to race like nobody knows my name. Yeah, get out of here, fucking Blaney. I hate you.
So again.
All right, so he's on the Mark train.
Yeah,
You and Mark.
So
are, like,
so
right
him
there.
and Mark are together this week.
Yeah.
So you're where I was because I made this argument several
You-
times.
I think
the point
you did.
system sucks.
I think you did it last year too, actually.
Yeah, we did, and John agrees 100%. We already
Yeah.
talked about this. So I agree, Justin, 100%, buddy. Totally
Yeah.
agree.
Because, like, all right, so my guy has 2 wins. Reddick has 2 wins.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
but he hasn't been as consistent.
He's had some DNFs though.
I'm saying he hasn't been consistent as Truex and maybe even Harvick.
He hasn't.
Right.
Not as consistent. He's had good highs, but he's had lows.
So under the old point system, I guarantee you we'd be ahead of him.
Yeah,
Even with the 2 wins.
Right.
yeah.
But even with his 2 wins, he would probably still be.
I mean, we'd all be
there.
He'd be up there.
we'd all be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But
playoffs.
But the way it used to be, guys, is it rewarded consistency. It was consistency.
Right.
That was what it rewarded.
Yeah.
Now it's just all about a win.
But it should still be
John?
consistency.
You're preaching to the choir here. I mean, I think they need to go back to a point system that rewards consistency. You know, if you want to give them extra points for a win,
I agree.
you know, they should give them 5 bonus points for
For a win.
leading a lap, and then give them 10 points for winning a race.
Yeah, I think
It
would.
should-
You know,
be-
up those if you want to give them a little bit more, you know, boost to get into the playoff
And the
system. You know,
stages.
I,
If you want
I
to do
don't
the stages.
particularly care for the playoff system. I think it should be run all year long. And
Yeah.
whoever has the most consistent points at the end of the year wins
I
the
do.
championship.
I do like that. I don't like the whole as a round of 4, like 16,
Yeah, I
round
don't
of
like
8,
that.
you know, whatever, round of 4.
But they
and
did
then
that
winner.
to draw.
Yeah, make it.
interest.
Yeah, that's
Because
exactly
it was
what
a dying
It was a dying
sport.
sport, right?
So
Yeah, but I mean, you could have somebody that wins 10 races,
Yeah.
crashes out in the early part of the playoffs, and doesn't make the points
he's
to get
done.
on. And
He's done. He ain't done.
But yet he's been dominating all year long.
Which happened to
I was
Harvick
gonna say that was Harvick.
in 2020.
There you go.
Harvick wins 9 races, runs away with the regular season title, and then screws up in the playoffs.
See, but the thing I do like is it makes it interesting near the end of the year because it's like if let's say that they had the old point system back in the day, what the hell's Harvick need to do? I mean, he just needs to get in the top 5. Top
Well,
10,
and that's the
whatever.
way it used to be, Steve.
And
They
it's
would
kinda
just kind
like-
of cruise in the back.
And it's you got the last 3 races, and whoever's leading is done.
so
And it's just like, what's the point?
why not retweak it somewhere in between?
Hey, how do you fix it to make it
Yeah.
competitive all year?
Take the current system, the old system, and fix somehow
Well,
merge it.
I think that he's on a good point. I think that a win doesn't necessarily guarantee you a spot in the playoffs.
But it does now.
No, yeah, I'm saying they need to backtrack
Yeah,
and
I
say
agree.
that
I
if
agree.
you win, it gives you points, but it doesn't guarantee you a spot
No, I agree.
in the playoffs.
I agree 100%.
Like if you finish 32nd all year and you get a win, okay, I mean you don't make it.
Yeah.
Like
No, I agree with you. I mean, just me and you've been in the same boat for weeks.
right.
Because, Reddick won 2 races. So, believe me, hey, preach or choir, I'm totally with you on it. So, there you go.
All right. I have one guy on my lawn,
All right.
and it's going to be a weird one. And it's Chad Ochocinco.
Okay.
He gave $1,000 tip to a waitress
And
and wants
he
to say,
does that. Stephen, he does that regularly.
yeah. But I guess it's just cool because it was in Winston-Salem.
Yep.
He leaves a tip. He wrote on the receipt saying I'd scored 6 touchdowns with myself in Madden.
Yeah.
And left her
I saw it. I saw it.
$1,000.
He
But
did.
I mean, it's just cool. Like, he had a $24 tab.
Yeah.
That was it.
And he left
$1,000.
$1,000.
He didn't have to do that.
He does that regularly and love it that is Winston-Salem.
Yeah, I have to shout it
But
out.
you got to get a guy credit for doing it. He's looking out for people, man.
No.
In the service industry, we all know.
right.
And he's a very flashy kind of guy.
Yeah, he is.
Yep.
So it's usually all about him. It's like it's not anything like this.
But that's the kind of stuff you don't hear about.
No, and then even the waitress said, "I didn't even know who he was."
Yep.
And it wasn't like he was like, "I'm Chad Ochocinco. Give me everything for free."
I thought it was
Like
pretty cool.
he was like, "All right, let's do it. $1,000 tip. Let's go." So,
Going. I like that.
Yeah.
Going.
That was nice.
Yeah. So.
I had a boy, Chad, who, by the way, he was on the junior college team with Steve Smith. Did you know that?
Yeah. Oh, damn it.
Did everybody know that? Panther fans?
Yes, I did
Everybody
know
know that? Hey,
Because he ended up going to. He went to Utah.
well, Steve Smith went to
Yeah.
Utah. But how would you like to cover those guys?
Jesus, that'd be in their primes. That'd be rough.
So,
That'd
all
be
right,
rough.
cool. All right, so get off my lawn. We love it. I'm sorry, I went crazy.
No, you're fine.
I pushed my vein back in my head here.
You're getting. You were redder than your cap.
All right, so Major League Baseball. No question.
Do we want to do the question, or do we want to kind of?
You want to save it?
You want to save it?
Yeah,
You
let's
want
do
to put it in the
that.
back pocket?
Let's do that.
We'll put it in the back pocket.
Major League Baseball.
Hit your card. You had a great week.
I mean, I had a good weekend.
so
So I'm gonna be calm, silent manager. I'm gonna be calm.
Don't be calm.
don't be calm. Be
it
you,
out.
man.
I will not say an F-bomb, I promise.
Fuck.
All right. So I'm going to say this, and we have some followers.
Yeah.
Jose,
Yeah.
big Yankee guy.
Yeah, he is. You're right. I forgot about that.
I know a lot of Yankee guys. T-Bone from F&Z, who I've talked to, he's came to some of our watch party. He's a big Yankee guy.
Chad, we work with now.
Yeah, Yankee guys.
He's a Yankee guy.
Hey, traditional.
Rip you.
I mean, team. Whether you like them or not, the Yankees are historic. I mean, they are.
They're the team.
I mean, I think when you asked us, the question we had was what would I like to play? I said second base for the New York Yankees, and I'm a Cardinals guy.
Right.
Growing up, my dad was a Yankees fan. As I was a kid, I was a Yankees fan. Yankees are historic, whether you like them or not. Okay, coming in this weekend, Cardinals had just swept the Cubs. Yeah, screw the Cubs. We're kind of, since the All-Star break, we made some trades. We even made the trade with the Yankees to get Montgomery.
Right. And he started against them, did he not?
Absolutely. So we sweep the Cubs. We come in. We got the Yankees coming to town. The Cardinals have never swept the Yankees, ever.
Really?
Yankees have swept the Cardinals
That's a good fact.
3 different times. Cardinals never swept them because they don't play that often because of NL, AL, all that stuff.
True.
Cardinals come in this week, and these two guys will tell you, John, I know you know this as well, but I know you guys will know this. Silent Manager definitely knows this. I'm pretty humble with my Cardinals. I let them affect my life too much. When I died 10 years too young.
We couldn't tell by the traditional baseball thing.
It's going to be, I told her, put it on my tombstone, the Cardinals killed this guy. It took 10 years off his life.
Right.
I never expected I expected to maybe win one game. Maybe one. I'm not going to lie.
Was it a 3-game series?
Yep. And I did. I was like, we might get one.
Yeah, sneak one out.
We might get one. My guys swept the Yankees, which I never would have thought. Never would have thought. I watched all 3 games. I couldn't believe it. Yankees are good, whether you like them or not.
They're good.
They are a hell of a ball club. They've got an MVP caliber Judge. He's there. Judge has been killing the ball. But my guy swept them, man. First time in history.
Did Judge do anything really good?
Yeah, he played well. He played well.
Did he do good?
Oh, yeah. Every time he came up, he had runners on base and got base hits. He didn't hit any home runs.
He was still scoring
but
runs,
he was knocking in the runs.
Yeah.
Yankees coming in had hit 19 straight games with a home run.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't hit a home run until Sunday. We had held them with no home run until Sunday.
Right.
But the Cards played well, man. They ended up sweeping the series.
Well, you always said about your Cardinals, the defense. You guys have defense.
I couldn't believe it, man. I never would have thought we'd have swept them. When we took 2 out of 3, I was like, at least we won the series. But we did take the sweep. Now, going back to my Yankee fans. I'm not talking bad about your franchise. I was a Yankee fan growing up as a kid. John, you talked about Steven, 6 years old, blah, blah, blah. I remember my dad, a huge Yankee fan. But we took y'all. So give us some credit. Because y'all know sometimes Yankee fans can get a little, we got 20 whatever World Series. You know how they can be.
Well, 14 of them were in the 1920s.
But you know how they can be.
Yeah.
Cardinals a lot of times get overlooked because we've won the second most World Series. We won 11.
All right.
Which I know is not close to what they've won, but we still are second. So give us a little bit of credit. Take your losses, move on, you'll be fine.
Right.
I even said that about, you guys are going to talk about the Braves in a minute. Baseball's a weird animal. It's about streaks. It's about teams getting hot as the Braves did last year.
Right.
So I'm proud of my Cardinals. I never would have thought it. I'm not going to stand here and say, I thought they'd have won.
And you should be proud of them.
I just never thought it would happen. Now we go to Colorado for 3 games coming up. I hope we don't get swept. But I just wanted to point out real quick, the Cardinals 60-48. 16-48. Haven't lost since the last podcast.
There you go.
Won 7 straight. 2 games up in the Central. The Brewers are struggling. Ain't that a shame?
I'm not a big Brewers fan, honestly.
Well,
so
that's helped. Like I said, we start with Colorado tomorrow. That's Arenado's old team. Homecoming for him. Brewers are coming to town this weekend for a huge series. Coming to St. Louis.
Yeah.
But Goldsmith again leading the major leagues. He's batting .332, leading the major leagues. 26 homers, 84 ribbies. So, hats off to my Cards.
Goldsmith's doing work. Cardinals doing work too.
Yep. So there it is.
Like we said last year about this time, the Cardinals will do something. Hoping they'll go on another 29-game win streak.
Well, so far, second half started out, and hats off to Montgomery. He did beat the Yankees.
Yeah.
Started against them on Saturday and beat them. So.
Right.
Go ahead, guys. I got 3 Braves fans here this week. So.
All right. Well, I normally kind of take the back seat for the Braves. So who wants to take the front seat?
Justin?
Y'all the stats guys.
You good?
I just like watching the games.
Well, I just want to say that, Doug, I didn't know you used to be a Yankees fan.
I was growing up.
So you were a Yankees fan and you were a Cowboys fan.
My dad.
So he was the bandwagon.
You just took the bandwagon powerhouse teams.
Here's the thing. I was only because of my dad. My dad was those fans. I mean, he was a fan of those teams, so that's what I grew up on.
But I'm proud of you for branching out.
Yeah.
Finding your own
the
teams.
bandwagon.
And I see a smile over here, and that's part of the things that I do take pride in, because people always say, well, you were a Yankees fan. How did you become a Cardinals fan? That's the number one thing I get. I got tired of Steinbrenner, number one. I got tired of that crap.
I can understand that.
But there's a different reasons, but I'm glad y'all pointed that out. I could have maintained that. I didn't do that. The Panthers was easy.
Yeah.
They're here.
I'm from Charlotte.
Right.
I ain't from Dallas.
Right.
By the way, FYT Cowboys.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate that shout out and that note.
Good job. Well, fuck the Mets. Sorry for the F-bomb.
Yeah, they kicked the shit out of us.
But again, Steven, they're good.
This is not the same Mets team normal.
Yeah.
as normal.
This ain't your daddy's Mets.
No,
Yeah,
no.
we've been saying it.
Oh, my dad didn't watch
The Mets are a
baseball.
different breed this year. We're 64-46, still good. We're 6.5 back from the Mets. So
Yeah, we could took a lot of ground winning a lot more games than we did against the Mets.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure.
Well, in the regular season, the Mets are owning the Braves right now.
Is
Is that a fair statement?
no, it is.
And I like that you said that, because I have a quote from the pitcher that pitched last night, Spencer Strider.
But playoffs are a different animal.
And this is what he said. Let me bring it up real quick. This is what he said. And I quote, "A lot of weird hits. They seem to be having a lot of luck right now offensively. That's great. It's August. We'll see what things are like in October."
And what I just say.
Yeah. Playoffs are a completely different story.
Baseball is the old adage. Baseball is a game of inches.
It is.
Am I wrong?
And it's a marathon.
It is.
Yep.
It ain't a sprint. But I like Strider's confidence. And I want, as Braves fans, what do you guys feel about those comments? Do you like the comment? Do you think he was justified with it?
I think it's perfect.
Think it's perfect? I feel like, to me, I do like the comment, but you just got your ass kicked for, 4 games?
Tip your hat.
Tip the hat and just be like, let's move on.
Steven, I'm so glad to hear you say that.
For me
because
personally.
As much as it's hard to swallow do that, sometimes you just got to tip your hat.
And we got our butts kicked.
I mean, you do. You just have to say, hey, you know what?
We got our butts kicked.
They have us right now.
I like it because I think we have the better team.
And Justin, you can say that, and that's fine.
That's like Tampa Bay losing to us in week 17.
Okay, but you can say that. But right now, that may be the case. But right now, who's winning the games?
Mets.
And you have to give them that credit.
Yeah.
That doesn't change your feeling on your team, but you still have to tip your hat.
My biggest thing, the whole thing I liked was just the weird hits thing and having good luck.
Sure.
Don't say that. Just to say, hey, we'll see you in October. If you would have came out and said, we'll see you in October, I'm cool with that.
In other words, what you're saying, Steven, is don't give them any bulletin board material.
Yeah, weird hits, good luck.
In other words, you got lucky.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was saying.
Just tip your hat.
Just say,
and
dude,
move on.
Good series. You can say it was a weird series.
Right.
But we'll see you in October.
Right.
If you say that, I'm cool with that because I love the confidence from the kid.
Right.
If he says we'll see you in October,
Totally agree with you.
But don't give him you had some weird hits and this, that, and the third.
Right.
Yeah, maybe leave out those comments, but it's August now. October's coming. Let's see what's happening.
Exactly. And Strider's my guy. I love Strider. But let's just kind of keep it concise, you know. And he didn't get dominated, but he did get pulled early for a reason. His control got out of the water.
I mean, throwing 70 pitches in 3 innings,
Yeah, his control is going to be gone.
you can't really do that. So,
But just remember this, guys. One of the things I said to y'all on the text, Braves have too much talent. The Braves will be fine.
Right. And
see, but this is
Ultra.
this is that area where I'm also saying I don't really care because we got ours last year.
Well, I mean, and And you can look at it that way.
I mean, obviously, I want to continue
Sure.
success, but it's like the Panthers, dude. If the Panthers would go on to win a Super Bowl,
Sure.
I would say I don't give a damn what happens because I'm going to get arrested in Charlotte.
Well, it goes back to what we were talking about, and we'll get to the Panthers in a minute.
Yeah.
We don't give a damn who the quarterback is. We don't care who the coach is.
Yep.
Get a championship.
I don't care.
We don't care.
You give me a Super Bowl, and I am getting the biggest damn tattoo on my back that you've ever seen. Of like, I don't know.
I've already said I will streak across Bank of America Stadium.
Right.
I'm telling you, I will get arrested.
And that will be an ugly sight for everybody that's in attendance.
I'm gonna
and I hope
be-
it's on the news.
I'm going to be the guy that climbs the damn light post and jumps off on a police car. Doug, you might arrest me. I don't know.
We're retired. And it's out of his.
No, I'm just saying you might arrest me. Like
It's out of his
with the
jurisdiction.
Walmart things.
You might be on his get off his lawn. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, what do you think about the Braves so far? You mean you watch a lot of the games? Like, how do you feel? I mean, we had the World Series last year, John.
I think we're in good shape. I mean, I definitely think we're going to make the playoffs this year.
For sure.
Ain't no
For
doubt.
sure. There's no doubt. And like y'all, I have to agree. The playoffs are a whole different animal. Once you get to the playoffs, let's play.
Well, it depends on who's hot.
Yep.
The Braves were on a roll last year. I mean, they weren't going to lose. I mean, they were. And I used the example, if you go back to 2006, the Cardinals were not the best team in baseball. The Detroit dominated. We beat them 4-1 in the World Series because we were hot.
Right.
Were we better? No, not at all.
And I mean, we can say the same thing about like you just said about the Braves. Like, were we better than the Astros last year? Like, were we a better team?
The Braves,
roster
were
to
on,
roster
the Braves were on a roll, man.
in the World Series.
They were not going to lose.
like
last
roster
year.
to roster. I don't believe we were.
I agree with Steven.
I mean, I think we were.
Steven, I agree with you.
I feel like we were
I think
playing better
you
baseball.
were
at the
playing
time.
better ball.
But roster to roster, I think they had an edge.
I agree.
Now, I'm not saying it's like blown away. Like,
No.
holy hell.
No, it wasn't
I
like
don't-
it wasn't like
no.
it wasn't like this.
I feel like we had.
No, I don't know.
I feel like
Put-
they had a slight.
Put
edge.
position to position against each other, we have a better team.
I disagree. I think the Astros were a better team. I do. I do. That's just my opinion.
I want to put position to position on a better team.
I mean, I got to be honest.
You tell me who's better
Coming
on the,
from Justin, that doesn't surprise me because I mean he sees everything through Braves lenses. As Travis pointed out when he was a guest.
Who's better on the Astros than the Braves at every position.
Okay, but let's talk about the Astros and their farm system and success that they've had. They've been to 4 straight AL championship games.
Okay.
Have the Braves?
No.
Well, talent rises to the top, Justin.
We're talking about the World Series that we were in last year.
I just said you had talent, but I think the Astros were more talented.
no.
But you were playing better baseball.
Let's have this conversation outside
I
because
didn't-
it's gonna get heated.
But can I say,
it's going to get heated.
did I say the Braves sucked? Did you hear me say that? I said you were playing better baseball.
And I say that position by position, we have better.
I disagree.
Okay.
And I'm a baseball guy. Doesn't mean
Tell
I'm
me-
right,
you
but
tell
I
me
disagree.
Who they had better at each position.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
I think you were playing better baseball. You were the better team in the World Series. Bottom line.
There ain't one damn player on that team that might have taken. Maybe they're pitching.
But Justin, you never say that. You look through everything as Braves. Travis pointed that out last time he was here.
we got a better catcher. Better first
If we're
baseman.
gonna go all 9 positions and we'll be here all
Jose
night.
Altuve might be better than Ozzy.
He's better than Ozzy.
Okay. Was Carlos Correa better than Dansby? Yes. Yes. Was Alex Go for it. Was Alex Bregman better than Austin Riley? That's a push.
Then,
That's a push.
Then maybe
It's a push.
today,
It's a push.
probably not.
Outfield? Who the fuck they have in outfield?
Well, they had something. They went to 4 straight AL championship games.
Who did they have in outfield?
I mean, but what I'm saying is, Justin, you immediately push the other team off into the
No,
distance.
I'm not.
You don't give them any credit.
I'm not,
And I agree with Travis 120%. That's what you do with the Braves.
but I'm not.
You talk about Braves, and you give no credit. Like you talk about the Dodgers. You talk like the Dodgers suck. They don't.
They don't.
But
But
But when you talk about Braves versus Dodgers, they've gotten worse. We've gotten better. You always say
They
that.
have.
You say that all the time.
But they have.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
It's
I don't-
legit. Like that's That's on
All I'm
paper.
saying
That's
is,
on paper.
All I'm saying, Justin, is I'm pretty objective when it comes to my Cardinals. All I'm telling you is to stop looking through everything through a Braves glasses and give other teams credit. That's all I'm asking you to do.
Where did the Dodgers get better?
Have you looked at where the Dodgers are right now?
But no,
have you looked at their record? Have you looked at what they're leading their division by?
Where did they get better?
Answer my question. Have you looked at their division?
They're playing hella ball right now.
They're up by 12 and a half games in their division.
And I literally said like 2 weeks ago that Mookie Betts was probably the MVP.
But when you talk about Braves versus Dodgers, it's always we're better than them. They've gotten worse.
No, I said they got worse.
I'm gonna end this discussion because I'm telling you, it's the truth. Travis, thank you for pointing it out.
They lost Scherzer. Fuck Travis. They lost Scherzer. They lost Seager.
Okay, I'm a hush. I mean, good luck. Your Braves, you're the world champions. All I'm saying is baseball is a game where you get on a streak.
Doug, you don't.
The best team don't always win the championship. That's all I'm trying to tell you. I think Houston was a better team than y'all. They have better talent. Y'all were playing better baseball. That's all me and Steven argued. You disagreed. That's cool. That's it. You don't have to get mad. I'm just telling you.
I'm not getting mad. You were already mad.
I'm not mad. It seems like every time when somebody brings up the Braves with you, Justin, it's Braves, Braves, Braves. Nobody else is worth a damn. That's how you act. Travis brought it out. I don't have any time I got to say it. He argued with you right here in this room, right there.
All right, let's move on from the Braves to the baseball. All right, Braves, Astros, Cardinals, everything's done. NFL, Panthers. Let's go Panthers. We had training camp.
It appears that Mayfield's going to be the starter.
That's exactly what it looks like.
According to Ian Rappaport.
And are you a Panthers fan, John?
Yes, absolutely.
See, that's what I like to hear, man. We have some Panthers fan down in Florida.
I'm a Charlotte,
Steve,
born and bred.
And Steve.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I'll be a Panthers fan till the day I die.
You're invading Florida, and I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
So never be a Tampa Bay fan. Never be a Dolphins fan. Panthers.
Well, I mean, you could be a Dolphins fan, maybe.
How about a Jaguars fan?
Well, they came in the same year as the Panthers.
Yeah.
No.
But we didn't
They haven't
mention.
done as well as us either.
No.
No, they have not.
No.
But we did sign 2 corners since the last podcast, and we forgot one.
I did see that.
And I have to say this.
Yep.
Devin Jones from my local high school, Lake Norman High,
Which we forgot to mention.
which we did not mention last week. Devin Jones came from my high school, so hopefully he makes a team because I might buy his jersey.
That's pretty cool.
And we did sign Tay Hayes from the local Mountaineers,
He did.
App State.
App State.
So Key Taylor, I didn't see that before. He's out for about 2 weeks.
They said it's day to day.
Yeah, he's gonna be out for about 2 weeks. Thomas Fletcher got waived.
I did see that. The long snapper, which was another draft pick.
Well, yeah, so another draft pick wasted. We will not decide a starting quarterback until after the Patriots game, which we'll have a Pats fan on next week.
Yeah, and I still think it's Mayfield.
I think that's what we're feeling.
Yep.
I think that's what we're all feeling. What do you feel about Mayfield? Do you like Mayfield, John?
I think he's going to be all right. I mean, they're going to let him start the first game. They have to.
I think that's an NFL storyline, and we talked about that.
Right.
I think the NFL, if they have any say in it,
Right.
it's going to happen.
Right. And then I really liked watching the videos and seeing what we've seen from training camp. Burns going against Brady and Icky.
I like that.
Brady, I thought, did very well. Icky was getting pushed around a little bit, but he has a little work to do, which even the coaching staff had said.
Christian held his own against Burns.
Yeah. So I like to see what's going on there. I think Icky is kind of taking the left tackle starts. I do want to point out the whole rule being mad at the offense.
I don't like that.
I agree with the situation, what happened.
Right.
It was a simulated game.
Sure.
You were penalized. Don't do that. Haynes is day-to-day. And our first preseason game is against Washington.
The
Commies. Don't you...
Commanders.
Okay. All right.
Fan Fest this Thursday.
Yeah, I ain't going.
I mean, I'm going, but
the allure of FanFest is gone when you can't get there and get your best seats.
you just whatever.
Because I would outrun everybody to get that seat in at 50-yard line, I will truck somebody.
And I mean, you've hit it all. That was the notes that I had. The only other thing was that came out today that the Panthers might be shipping Darnold or shopping Darnold.
Yeah.
And of course they denied it.
Yeah.
Damage control, of course. And the one thing I was wanting to see if y'all wanted to really hit on real quickly was the emergence of C.J. Saunders.
I love it.
And Shi Smith.
So
which I know Justin likes Shi Smith a lot.
Yeah.
He's talked about it, but they've really been pushing those two in camp.
So that was kind of my things I was watching this first preseason game. Was there's three things. I'm watching the offensive line first and foremost. I have to watch that. The ones are probably not going to start a whole lot, but Darnold will probably get the start at quarterback. Seeing how our pass rush works, how we generate, are we doing different schemes, different stuff like that, and then the wide receiver positional battle. We have a lot of great wide receivers right now.
I think
and that they're playing very well in training camp.
I think the wide receivers in the corners.
Yeah,
they're going to have some tough decisions to make on those two ends.
They will. I agree.
But C.J. Saunders and Shi Smith, real quickly. C.J. Saunders, man, he is getting a lot of press.
He catches everything that comes his way, man.
He's kind of reminding me of Maley Beasley.
Yeah,
that kind of weapon.
I get this from The Longest Yard, the new one. I don't know if they said in the old one because I never watched the one with Burt Reynolds.
Right.
I watched the one with Adam Sandler because I'm young. But he'd catch a cold in the winter. That's exactly what what's the guy that got smacked at the Oscars' name? Chris Rock.
Oh, Chris Rock.
That's what Chris Rock said in the movie.
I mean, it'd be nice to have somebody in that slot position.
Yeah.
That's going to be an outlet.
Yeah.
But we also talked about the tight ends being an outlet. So it's cool to know that we got two guys right there that are making waves.
Yeah, definitely. For sure.
As far as Panthers, man, that's all I got. And I got Fan Fest and Exhibition.
Justin, anything Panthers that you're looking for in the first preseason game against the Commies?
No, talk about Christensen.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been killing it left tackle.
Yeah.
Like, does Icky actually get left tackle, or does he get slid to guard?
Well, I think Icky, now starting at left tackle, but the one we had talked about the one-on-ones against Burns, Christensen's been playing a lot better than Icky was. Mm-hmm. But that's also he's very young. He's still in his first training camp.
It kind of came out this week that Icky's starting to get more of the first team reps.
Yes, exactly.
So, that's kind of the way it's leaning.
Yeah.
We'll see after the exhibition games.
Yep.
So.
Luvu's taking a leadership role on the D.
Yeah, Rule talked about that today.
I like that.
Yeah.
I
mean, I think we all knew that. And we all like Luvu.
Yeah.
What else?
What are you looking for, John? Anything?
I'm good.
hey, John won't be with us when we do our predictions.
I won't.
Nope.
Maybe John, I'll do us a little prediction. Or you can comment. You can send us a comment.
Yeah, you could.
Because we ain't seen any exhibition games yet.
Yeah, I'll definitely send you a comment.
He said they're going undefeated. Just let us know, man.
He said a bunch of bullshit.
Hey, when they come to Tampa, you should make the trek up there to Tampa and go check them out, man. It's on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, by the way. Down, whatever. You should do that, man.
Did you not? Did you cheat on your 7th grade geography test?
Well, we already said we cheated. But nah, man. I mean, I know it's tough being down there, being a Panther fan out there. I guess in
enemy territory.
Yeah, enemy territory. So
I tell you, I mean, seriously, I'm so out of touch down there. I listen to the podcast to catch up with things.
Have you found any?
We appreciate that, man.
I do. I seriously do.
Do you ever see any Panther fans come in your shop?
Rare. We do have a few people from North Carolina coming through the shop. I've had some come in with Panther jerseys on or Panther shirts on, and I'm like, thank you.
You shoot them and keep pounding.
Thank you.
So I do appreciate it, but damn, I don't know. My fandom cannot be I wear a jersey at the beach with in Florida. Yeah. Like that's too damn hot.
I'm not wearing a jersey at the beach in Florida.
But thank y'all for your fandom.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's hot as hell. Right. We got to shout out Sam Mills, Hall of Fame.
Yep.
I mean, he's not really targeted as a Panther. He's like a Saint and a Panther, but that's where we get our keep pounding. His wife had a lovely speech.
She did.
She did a great job. Tepper was there. Julius Peppers was there. A bunch of Panther greats were there. But shout out Sam Mills getting his bust in the Hall of Fame. For sure.
Yeah, and we have to share that with the Saints, and that's fine.
I'm cool with
he
it.
played a role down there. I mean, he was like I guess they said the anchor of that defense.
Yep.
So Sam Mills just an incredible guy, not just a football player, but incredible guy.
And that's what his wife said.
Yep.
She wasn't even talking about the football; was talking about the man.
Yep. So hey, man, shout out to rest in peace, Sam. Hey, you're always going to have your mark on this franchise.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Cool. All right, shout outs.
I've got 2, but
I got a few. I don't have a ton. I got a few.
Justin, you got any just
my
normals?
normals.
Okay. Well, Doug, hit yours, and I'll pick it back off you.
All right, so we'll just thank John. Shout out to John.
For sure.
To Island Dog John.
Island Dog John.
Good friend. Like I said, known this guy since I think I changed his diapers and they were dirty.
Well, you were 2 weeks older than him,
Yeah,
apparently.
but yeah, I've known him. I'm so glad he came on the show this week, and just supporting the show. Everything that you do each week, listening to us, giving us sweet swag, as I wrote down.
Yep.
And we're also going to support that, man. We're going to throw that out for you. So we appreciate you being here. Just a few other things. I just wanted to shout out because I think our fan base takes a beating a little bit. Diehard Panther fans, there's a lot of us out there, including these 2 guys right here. John, I know you're a fan, but you always talk about how we're so detailed. We're gluttons for punishment. I mean, we are diehard, ride or die. I want to shout that portion of the fan base out because we've had some rough years the last couple of years.
Yep.
And just want to shout the fan base out for hanging in there and not jumping ship.
Good stuff.
We talked about Sam Mills.
Yep.
And I want to shout out another friend of the show real quickly. Birthday last week, Matt Catta.
Oh yeah, Dan. Yes.
Birthday, always a supporter of the show.
Good shout out.
We are going to have him on as a guest. We're working out the logistics, but we want to shout him out. Happy birthday! That's it.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Matt Catta. First off, I'm going to piggyback off Doug. John, thank you for coming on the show. We've heard a lot about you. We got to meet the man, the myth, the legend, like I said in the live feed. Thank you for the Island Dog swag, like he said. I wear this shirt all the time. It's comfortable as hell.
This is one of the best shirts I have.
Awesome. Koozies. I'm rocking that koozie all the time. So, John, thank you for being on the show. Next week, we never really do this, but we're having back-to-back guests. Our friend, Justin and I's friend from childhood, kind of like you guys, 7th grade, Tyler, he'll be on the show. He's a big New England fan, and we'll be playing New England the following week. So it's going to be a fun podcast. So thank you guys. Thank you, John, again.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
Did good job, man.
Yeah.
Only screwed up one time.
Only once?
I screw up every week, man.
Yeah.
No big deal.
I said Josh Hamilton instead of Mike Hampton for the Braves.
It
It was because they're right next to me on my list. And
I'm glad you did
call
that.
myself out on
Because
that.
I didn't want to call you out.
Screwed it up.
I heard Josh Hamilton. I was like, yeah.
Josh Hamilton's from North Carolina.
I told him I didn't want to screw up something on a podcast, and I did it.
But you did good. And notice nobody called you out.
We do it all the time.
Just,
good job.
I wish you would have.
Justin just said it, man. We screw up all the time.
Because after I realized that, I had this dread come over me.
I mean, Steven can't even pronounce people's names for God's sakes.
For God's sakes, I say Arkansas Razorbacks.
There it is.
And
Canes.
All
All right, Justin, do your thing, man.
John, you don't have any shout outs?
just to my wife, I just
man.
gotta say hey to
The
Sherry.
boss. The boss, man.
She is my rock. I'm
The
telling
boss.
you.
The boss, man. You got to do that.
Yep.
Make sure we do that.
Shout out to the wife, man. I love her to death. Wouldn't know what to do without her.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
All right, here we go. Here comes the love fest.
All right, guys. Well, as always, I'm going to piggyback on both these guys because, John, you are our guest, and I appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you.
You did a really good job, especially on NASCAR. You got really good knowledge on that. Silent Manager, thank you for everything you do. Tech Guy, you're ugly, and I hate you, and you're stupid. You can make all the moans you want, but that doesn't change the fact that you are gorgeous.
Uh-oh.
Guys,
Excuse me?
I mean, I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I wasn't playing with his hands earlier. You've been tickling my knee all night.
Dude, they were doing something earlier. I don't even know what was going on over there.
You don't want to know.
We talked about the hootenanny.
Yeah. Me and Steven made it up. It's okay. But guys, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Google Podcasts. And we are on all of those. So you can go on there and definitely like all that stuff and follow all that stuff and
Share all that stuff.
share it all and, get out there and do it.
Just in comments. Keep talking about comments each week.
Tech guy wants the mic.
All right, what's that guy got to say? Everybody watch out.
On YouTube and Spotify, you can hit the bell for the alerts.
Oh, I like that. Notify you when there's a new
Yep,
episode.
the notifications, you
So
sucks
the
of boobs.
push notifications.
Yes.
I like that. Thank you, Tech guy.
Like and subscribe.
Yep.
How about that?
So, and I get those. I'm subscribed. So good job.
But yeah,
Good
that's
job, Tech guy. Anything else, Justin? Anybody else you forgot about? I want to thank your mom for getting on live with us tonight.
There you go.
That was pretty cool.
She finally figured it out. Thanks to Steven.
She did good though. All right. So anything else, guys?
Did we talk about our girl?
Uh-oh.
Grease.
Oh, we didn't, did we? Yeah, let's do that. Let's end it that way. All right. So Justin, go ahead. You brought it up.
No, you go ahead, Doug.
Okay, all right.
You went to the theaters to see this.
All right.
Okay.
Man. So we found out right before we went on the air the untimely death of Olivia Newton-John.
Yes.
Yeah, and I saw Grease in the theater. That show. Yeah, John raised his hand.
Sure did.
I did. I saw it several times. Oh man, and aside from us being guys, especially the last scene in Grease, right? The leather.
Hey, Grease is my movie. Hopelessly devoted.
Oh yeah, Olivia Newton-John, man, she had a voice, man. She could sing. So just wanted to go ahead and shout that out, untimely death of her. And I've seen a lot of stuff on social media. Hey, I think a shocker, man.
Yep.
So, hey, rest in peace, Olivia. So
Sandra D.
appreciate you bringing that up, Justin. That was one of the ones that we had talked about doing. So rest in peace, Olivia.
Amen.
So
Yep.
we good? Anything else?
Nope.
Good?
Yep.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, so we're going to end this episode again. John, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I
Hey,
appreciate
man,
it.
if you come back to Charlotte, let us know. We'll get you on again. So,
For sure.
all right, so here we go. We are
are
C.
S.
R.